It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dahna.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dahna is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dahna, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dahna's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dahna suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renins, Dahnans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dahna, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dahna and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Try this! Blending flash!
You're mine! Super swallow dance!
You're mine! Here I come!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Eat this!
No further!
Pierce through!
Make it rain!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Shockwave strike!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning!
Pierce through! Try this! Blending flash! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Not today!
They do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take it! I never miss!
Eat this!
Take this!
Now I'm making so
Make it
fun!
rain! Inferno Crush!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Dahnan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
That's far enough! Like moths to the flame!
Armor won't save you!
Annihilation!
Shockwave strike!
Time to shine!
These ones can run rings around us!
There!
One more!
Shockwave strike!
Prepare to be sealed. Actually, I haven't found
Do
more
it!
appropriate.
Let's talk
In an instant!
Impact block!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Dragon Shell!
Time to die! Downfall!
Incineration wave!
Ready to go! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Radiant Blast!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Rip and tear!
This one's mine.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Let loose. All mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Dragon to burn!
Get behind me!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back.
You've got pretty impressive aim there.
Keep calm and take them down.
Dragon to one! Look through! Make it rain!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem.
These fists have got your name on them!
You're mine! Sharply flat!
I really owe you one.
Lion Howl!
Okay, here I go.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
They just keep coming!
Take this!
Going in.
Sharply
I
flat!
never miss.
Anything longer is all mine!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Reinforcements?
Dragon Show!
Hurricane strike.
Going in.
Glacier
Hurricane
Field.
strike.
The marksman
Swallow
handled
dance.
this.
Take this!
I can
one's
carve
all
through
mine.
armor!
Ignite!
Make it rain!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Reinforcements.
How about this?
Glacial Spear.
Here goes!
Freeze Blazer.
I'll finish you here and now!
Look sharp.
Lunar Corruption.
Dragon Show!
No further!
Lunar Blast.
Take
Bolero.
How about here I come?
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There.
More?
Dragon Show! Sharply flat! Explosive ring!
I never miss.
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
More? Dragon Cage!
Denied.
Inferno
Searing
Punch! I'll
Flame!
smash you! You're
Move
mine!
on.
This one's all mine!
Burn!
Do it.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Searing Flame. Reload.
You're mine! Strike!
Lunar Corruption. Round
Explosive ring!
Reload.
Sweeping them up is a one-man job.
By all means, be my guest. Do it.
I mean, you can help if you...
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zeugles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
I'll do my best!
bring you down.
Here I come!
Searing flame!
I'll tear you apart!
Insects will stay on the ground.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Nothing gets by me!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off.
This one's all mine!
Not today!
I'm on it! Whirlwind Storm! Swallow down!
No further! Okay, here I go!
Going in. This is mine.
Try this!
Inferno!
Blending Slash!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. You shouldn't have done that.
Super Swallow Dance! No escape! Shockwave Flash! Talon Hurricane!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! We can really make weapons with this?
I won't forgive you.
I'm surrounded!
Take this!
Going in.
Strike!
Watch it! That frickin' does it!
Going in.
Take this! Strike!
Anything in
Dragon
armor is
Form!
all mine!
Sonic Thrust!
Eat this!
Try this!
Lunar corruption. Lunar blast.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Primed and ready.
Here I come! No escape!
Hurricane strike. That'll bring you down.
Sonic Thrust! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Dragon Form! Explosive
We got the advantage.
Far enough.
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause log on.
No escape! I'm on it!
Inferno crosser. Going in.
You're mine! Whirlwind Shockwave Flash!
Can't get out of this.
Make it rain.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphin.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
An opponent like this should be easy. What the hell is going on?
Fall back, Alphin. We'll take point here.
Thanks. Sorry to impose on you.
Right here. I got you.
What's that even there?
Now I'm in trouble.
Here I come!
Inferno crosser!
Damn it!
I'll too fast you!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! Thunder Touch!
Incineration Wave!
Swallow dance!
Shockwave!
You require a hand.
First strike! Take this!
Is this in the sky or mine?
Here I come! Eat this!
I never miss. This one's mine.
No further!
One more! Dragon
We
Form!
got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause log on.
Denied!
Do it.
Bullseye, Sion! Nuts!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit.
Right, sorry, Ben.
Light up the
Here's
door!
the healing art.
I'm ready
Sonic
to go.
Thrust!
Spear.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Crescent move!
Take this!
Smash you!
Shockwave!
Glacial spear. Here's the freeze lancer.
Now we're not.
Shockwave Flash! Eat this!
Lion power!
Hurricane!
I'm gone! That's it!
Here I come!
In a bind?
No escape! Shockwave Flash!
Watch this!
Pierce through!
Radiant spear.
Hurricane!
Their arc springs are up here!
Dragon Form!
Now in the groove! Let's tear them up!
Far enough!
I'm out of ammo. This one's mine.
Shouldn't have messed with me!
That'll bring you down.
Hurricane! All mine!
This one's
Armor
mine.
won't save you!
Strike!
Hurricane strike!
This
One's mine.
Burn it!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Try this!
Hold on to your arc. Here I come!
Can't get out of this!
Super strike! Shockwave strike!
Meteor! Make it rain!
An astral energy!
Say no more.
I've been doing really great lately.
And thus our strength yet grows.
Guess I misread the landing.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrecht 35 about it sometime.
Out of my way! Get behind me!
Take this!
Swallow dance!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Eat this! Hurricane strike!
Here I come!
This one's here! Hurricane strike! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you.
Do it! I'm all
Go! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We won that by a mile.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
No
ready to
choice!
go! Strike hard up!
Armor won't save you!
Burn!
Flaming meteor! Dragon shout! Lunar
Careful!
platform!
It has some kind of camouflage.
I'm on, Luna! I'll finish you here and
Where
now!
are you going?
Time to let it rip.
Run through! Let's tear him up!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Radiant Pierce!
Take this!
Glacial
Now we're
Spear!
not
Here's evil!
In a bind?
Lightning strike! Earth water!
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil!
Tiger blade!
Frickin' does it!
Freeze Lantern!
Explosive ring!
Lightning strike!
Radiant Pierce!
Inferno Punch! Now I'm in the groove! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Burn! Ready to rip!
Glacial
I
Spear!
can carve through armor!
Here!
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this.
Rip and tear! Not today!
Going in!
Here I come! Blue escape! Dragon swarm! Crush!
I owe you one for that.
Hurricane! You're mine!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Gotta break through!
I'm surrounded!
Dragon shout!
Where are you going?
I'm not done!
Smash you!
No further!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right
You picked the
beside
wrong
you!
fight!
I'm only getting started!
With precision like that, I'm glad you're not on the other side. Likewise for you in that field.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Maybe it's time I try on something new.
Lost! I think I'll pass on the handshake. I'm also going in.
Try this!
Inferno
Let me
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Armor won't save you!
I'm not done! Dragon swarm!
Lost my focus!
Dragon swarm!
Now I'm in trouble! Prepare to be free!
I never miss!
I'm just getting started!
You're mine! Burn in hell!
Healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Denied! Come on, this freaking does it!
You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Glacial Spear!
Keep charging us!
That's what my shield's
Now you
for.
see what I can
Get
do!
behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
this
Another
help?
swallow dance! Now I'm in off my phone!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. This could be useful.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Bring it down! Try this! Blending blast!
That buffing is driving me mad.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
I'm on! Try this! Hit on!
Lightning strike!
Eat dirt!
Shield!
You're mine!
Break it
I'm not done! Shockwave
Mine! That'll bring you down! Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Here I come!
One more!
Armor won't save you!
Flame!
Sonic blow dance!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shockwave flash! You're mine!
Swallow
dance!
Now or never.
Lightning!
Take this!
Downfall!
Eat this!
Here!
I'm just getting started!
Do it!
It's Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
And thus... our strength yet grows.
Get lost! Red! Eat dirt! Far enough! Going
Dragon
in!
Swarm!
Lunar corruption!
Try this!
Hurricane flight!
You picked the wrong fight!
That'll bring you down! Don't mind if I do!
Here I
Now I'm in the shield!
Why'd you heal me?
Stop me dying?
Now you see what I can do!
Here I go!
Stand back.
Tear you apart!
I'll trip it up.
Now I'm in the groove!
How about this?
Shot my flash!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Get through!
Yes!
Here!
Let's tear them up!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Blending flash!
Switch off!
Flame inside me!
Flaming
Here!
meteor!
Be let free!
Storm! Inferno crossing! Ready to go!
Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Inferno punch!
Turn up! Station!
Outstanding form!
Ready and perfect move! Armor won't save you!
Ready!
These fists have got your name on them!
Try this!
I'm on it!
Blending flash!
Piercing roar! Freeze
Take
laser!
this! Blue escape!
Primed and ready! Annihilate! I never miss! Hurricane flight!
Shockwave!
No further!
I'll heal you!
I don't have much left.
Thanks!
Steering flame!
Flame inside me! Here!
Burning
Be let free!
Freeze laser!
Ignite!
Make it break!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphin!
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
Right here! I got it!
Not on my watch!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front
Time to
line.
cross
No
blade!
sooner said than done.
Sonic thrust! I'm on it!
What blind freaks? Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Here you go.
Try this!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm ready.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
There! Hurricane strike!
Take this!
Lightning strike! Hurricane strike! Mega ray! Aw, too shy to go.
Take this.
Here, let me help.
Searing flame!
Struck!
I never miss! Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push!
Let's do this together, Alvin.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Each strike!
dance.
Here I come!
That'll bring you down.
Burn in hell!
Armor won't save you.
Confiscated!
Nothing gets by me!
I'm on it.
Time to explore!
Let's tear him up.
Sonic thrust! Try this!
Burn up!
Oh, now I'm real mad. Eat this.
Swift corruption!
Try this!
Eat this.
Blending fly!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
No escape!
Dance.
Not today!
Will this
Mega Sonic
Let's
thrust!
keep up the pressure!
In a bind.
Try this!
I'm just
Blending
getting
fly!
That frickin' does it.
Lightning!
Pieces. Attack time.
Sonic thrust!
Lightning!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
No escape!
I'm expert! Don't mind if I do!
Their offspring corrupted!
I never miss!
Hurricane strike!
Let me show you what my art is!
Hurricane.
Here's a healing touch! First aid!
Try this!
Strike.
Blending fly! Try harder!
Hurricane strike! Gemini Lightning strike!
Swallow
Fire!
that.
Flame inside! Good! To be let free! Ignite!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That equipment should come in handy.
Out of our way!
Vacuum blade!
Whirlwind
Now I can try harder! Now prepare to be seen! It can hide itself? Amazing!
Look sharp!
Explosive ray!
Here comes! No more playing nice!
Take this!
I'll smash you.
Searing flame!
Hold on to your
I'll
heart.
finish you here and now.
Take this! I'm not done!
Talon
I'm in
trouble.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'll cover you!
I'll take you all on!
Laser spear! This one's mine! There!
Sonic
Mega ray!
Inferno
Annihilation!
Look sharp! Strike! Shockwave slap!
I'll tear you apart.
The flame inside
I'll
is
show you what my
to be
art
let
can
free!
do. Rising
Eat this!
Hurricane strike!
I'm on a roll
Resurrection!
now.
Try this! Blending slash!
Eagle Fire!
Now or never.
Going in.
Take this!
Annihilation! Strike!
Now I'm real mad!
Blending slash!
Never won't save! I'm just getting started!
Sonic thrust!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here
Lightning
to stop.
reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout!
Sonic thrust! Try this!
Inferno punch!
Blending slash! Try harder! Now!
I can't heal you forever. Far enough.
Swallow dance!
Glacial spear. Here's the
Inferno punch!
Here I come! Dragon swarm! Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here I go.
Come out!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I've used a bit too much healing.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Dahnans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegis. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Dahnan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge bring peace lately?
It's no ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing. No escape! Ha! Ignite!
I'm on it.
By the power of water!
This one's mine!
Annihilation!
I'm on it.
Fear, throb, and pain.
I can carve through armor.
Sonic can't get out of this!
Switch to Outlet. Storm.
Pierce through! Try this! Blending slash! Its head is its weak point?
We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Explosive blade!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Look sharp, ready to go!
Eat this.
Hurricane Punch!
Watch
Lightning!
it! Back into the fray!
You're mine!
Hurricane
Shuffling slash!
Far enough!
Burning strike!
Hurricane
Dragon swarm! Pierce through! Burn in hell!
I don't know what I'd do without it.
I'm on a roll now.
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really don't.
Try this!
Coming
My head's spinning just watching you.
I really owe you one.
Hurricane Strike! Lunar Corruption! Crescent Moon! Gemini
Shockwave Splash!
Super Swallow Annihilation! Lightning!
Shockwave Splash!
Hurricane!
Sonic
I never miss!
Piercing Roar! My turn! Strike! Shockwave Splash!
Eat this!
Ground and power!
Igneous
Twisted Ring! The blade inside me yearns to be let free!
Glacial Spear!
Glacial Ride!
I'll smash you!
Blending Splash!
I'm ready.
Burning Strike!
Thunder!
I'm just getting...
Oh, now you're talking!
Do it!
Prepare to be...
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Glacial Spear!
Take this!
Here's the evil! Freelander!
Can't get out of this! Watch me!
Lightning! Lion Power! Gemini Aqua! Not on my watch!
I'm on! Shield A!
Burning Strike!
Inferno Punch!
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust! Not a chance! Shock hit time!
Going in!
Ignite!
Now you're getting
See
serious?
what I can do!
Flaming Meteor!
Sonic Thrust!
Inferno Punch! I never miss!
Megasonic
I'm in the
Thrust!
groove!
Dragon Swarm!
Recover!
Here you go!
Sonic
I'll
Thrust!
heal you
Feel
all!
like me again!
Going in.
Healing Circle!
I'll tear you apart!
Down!
It
You're
was
on!
nice.
You're mine!
I owe you one for that.
Shockwave
I'll
Strike!
tear you apart!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate!
Sonic Thrust!
Hurricane
Strike!
Now we're not...
Lightning Strike!
Can't get out of this!
Outstanding form! Lightning Stage!
Look sharp!
Burn!
Hurricane Strike!
Lightning strike!
Lunar Hurricane Strike! Lunar Blast! Back to the fray!
Megasonic Thrust!
I'll finish you here and now!
gonna
Now
attack!
you see what I can do!
Watch out!
Lightning strike! This is one tough cookie.
Not for much longer, he isn't!
Thank you. Don't let up till it's all over.
How about this?
Here I come! Can't move!
Give up!
Do it! Strike! Shockwave Splash!
Appreciate the help.
I'll heal you all!
There!
Healing Circle! This one's mine!
Denied.
Need to pull myself together.
Appreciate the help. And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Armor won't save you!
This one's all mine!
Flaming Meteor!
You picked the wrong fight!
Corruption! Lunar Blast! I'm all
Sonic
pumped up!
Thrust! Try this!
Inferno Blast!
Blending Splash!
Try to come over!
mine!
Corruption! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.